It's Friday, June 28th. I had three visions, three dreams. It's 10 p.m. Unfortunately, I did those videos. Two of them, I kind of mixed them together. Did not send it properly, but I mean, I try. All connections here in Toronto are so slow. Uh, Not in community center, in all coffees and shop. You can upload a video. Are so cheap. I hate this city, man. It's just noisy. You just consume things. So here's the three visions. They're pretty heavy. I mean, the second one, I see a canvas, rectangular blank canvas, white, and I see in the exact middle a circle. And in the spirit, I'm letting know this is Boston, and it's spreading. So, and that's it. I wake up. The first one, it was I'm in a soccer field. There's no other players. Like I'm in a head, have the ball, and see where that car is around. The goalie is trying to come towards me to block like this, just like they do. And I hear shoot. Sorry, my English. I hear shoot. But I continue for like 2, 3, 4 steps, which seems like 2 seconds. And I shoot. I think, about Messi. I had a vision of Messi when I was like this. And I shoot over the goalie. And what happens is that past the goalie, but the goal there, what forms the goal, it goes towards this vertical post. And I thought, and I see the ball, it's slowing down. I go, is it gonna go enter or not? But it touched the pole and missed a little bit to go on the left to go inside. It touched the pole and it bounced, and I woke up. So I guess this one. I'll give the all three interpretation right after. I want to make it short and talk fast now. And the third one, because I always went back to sleep. And the third one was I heard marry a black woman. So Mounbatten, which the little new baby of Prince Harry. That I did the prophetic live, the black baby. What's his first name? I forgot. Charlie, or what's his first name? Mounbatten and Harrison. He has 3, 4 names. What's his first name again? I forgot. And then I heard, so marry a black woman so he can have guidance. So here's the interpretation. This one I'll start because I just finished. It's God told me when Pope Francis went to Romania. He said your girlfriend in Romania that day. He told me before I woke up in a dream. Your girlfriend went to see your brother. And a month later, when they announced it, I even saw one of my companion woman. I went to see, and I see her in my brother's bedroom, and like my brother would have bought the clothes, and she left, and my brother was like this with the clothes on the floor. And this time I just hear that, and that's when he announced he's gonna go to Romania, and a month later, which your girlfriend went to see your brother. That's when. He arrived in Romania that day. So if God tells me, as the Catholic Church, your beloved went to see your brother, which the Orthodox Church, marry a black woman, so your kid can make guidance to Mounbatten, the little kid, because like the vision I had, this kid's gonna be. Hey, he had 8 years old. He was running to give things to people. He was just blind. He was giving same thing to people who had already that stuff. He was giving to people who didn't need, who were more merchant instead of being poor. And he gave to people who had people in line up to use them, like to steal. He will give to people in front of their stealers. So he was like a young man without guidance, but yeah, I don't know if this was inspired by, but as a child, he seems to have a good heart. He wanted to give, and he was given to black people. Uh, Maybe that's after the war, and this child's gonna be like, I have to do something. But he's gonna be a major player. He's gonna be a major player, and we want him to the good side as a major player. So marry a black. Right now, that's why God told me that. I search it after. It's the Amazon synod. The Vatican is in the pre-Amazon synod that starts maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure, but right now they just finished the pre-talks for it, and there's the countries, Colombia, everything. So and there's two things. I read one article about it today. I didn't know before the dream. There's two things. They're talking about the man married woman to be Catholic priests. And the second thing is diaconate for women, which I'm against because it's a door for women. The second step, first they read, like my vision. Second, the woman diaconate, which is half priest kind of, the right hand of the priest. And third, just a step, like human beings always get worse. It's gonna be the priesthood, unfortunately. So marry a black woman, which can be your beloved, the church, and a black woman, which can be a black church woman. So marry her, and now they're in Amazon, which is a bit dark skin. So what God wants on that? Does He wants to marry a black woman like a Baptist church, which is trying to unite so they can go after and be in England too as one church, one flock, and have influence on this man of states. He looks like he's gonna be a big man of states. I don't want to talk too much, but or is it in the Catholic Church and that's it. So I'll reflect more on that. What God wants by this. The second one, the Boston. This for me, I researched it. Where did I just left my notebook? This is ridiculous. For me, okay, I left it there because some people play and when they interfere and listen, I can feel it. And if they're slow, I'll feel slow. But it attracts me, and I hate that. That's why you always see me going away from distraction when I do these videos. And sometimes I cannot speak. It's just like healing somebody. You lose energy. It's the same thing when you're doing these stuff. So I'm trying to be spirit and forget my body, and it's hard when some people are around. This Boston thing, and that's why I'm gonna start to talk fast about it now that I'm more rested. And just God told me last week, talk fast, so that helps to be less influenced by your environment. Here's the thing: the Boston that spread, I knew it was like a bomb for me. When I woke up, I'm like, Boston, oh, that's I forgot the date, but now I searched it, 2013, when the two brothers did that thing in Marathon. But it's not that. Okay, even today, God told me to not say it, but He appealed something because I researched it. He told me it has nothing to do. Here's the thing: the Boston, there's MIT, Massachusetts. This is like the cross of San Damiano. It's all. I'm in a parking field. San Damiano, man. Jesus, he's gone. I'll keep that because this is the cross of Saint Francis when he prayed in front. That painted that looked like a child painting a crucifix, and when he received the stigmata, rebuild my church. Oh man, these signs. But look like I'm now. I see the host with the thing. Oh, God is good, but that's all it takes for me to. All right, you know what? I just got to touch my heart now. Here's the thing: this Boston, it's like this cycle that I used to be a painter. It's spreading, and when it hit the middle, because I saw it blank first, the circle hit the middle, I said to myself, almost wow, because the middle was so perfectly middle. And this medium to small circle, after 1 2 seconds, just spread. It spread, not completely. It spread almost to 3/4, and then I woke up. But while it spread, I'm amazed at the perfect center of it. Just like God is so precise, the perfect center of a circle in the frame, and I'm instructed that it's Boston in the spirit. So I don't hear nothing except in my soul. Uh, didn't know much even where Boston was. That's how affected with because I was an intellectual, but affected with chronic pain 15 years. So all these stuffs that eventually I would have known, I was struggling with chronic pain, and I couldn't read. It was affecting my eye, my intellect, uh, to a certain point. Not to be crazy, but to not be able to, it's not important. Just you guys can imagine. It's pretty hard when you cannot blink your eyes. You will already talk so much about it. I'm sick about it because now I feel much better. Uh, much better, like I never felt in 20 years. And that's why it's important to share, because share to get, and you'll feel better. When you don't share, it's you're cursing yourself. So secondly, you see, I started sharing 2 3 months and it's better. Fortunately, I started after selling my soul because the devil push, but he pushed for the bad things. As soon as he told me to, after 2 weeks, to worship him, I didn't went immediately. No, that's not the truth. But I kept doing what I started. Even I started just a bit before that. Actually, posted a video or two, but not too much. And preaching, obviously, preaching is the best, and that's not what I'm doing. Uh, it's the beginning of something great. Finally, to make it short, the goal, the interpretation of the goal. Yeah, you're right. Massachusetts, here's the MIT. That's close to Harvard. It's close to the sea. Not in the west, in the east. It's close to New York. And you know what? Because sometimes me, it's warning. Sometimes it's prophetic. I don't care if people say, "Oh, this guy warned," and it didn't happen, or they just say it didn't happen, but they didn't know that in time when I go online, I warn. Like Kurt Douglas, I see him doing this, and I share it. God always told me 2 videos, 10 to 15 minutes, but I even go to Twitter to warn Michael Douglas, his son, because I know he cares about his dad. I don't know if it backfired to my family, but I never lost somebody in my family, and then my mom got oppressed, apparently overdosing on some medication pills. I shouldn't talk. I talk about it. Double shock for me. I flew over. I prayed there a week without even washing myself and pray. And God says, okay, what are you gonna do? I'll be a priest. Okay, I'll give her everything. No thing. Completely health. She was balloon with one of the meds she did, and now she's ready to go back home. But I hope the oppression, if it's really the suicide and there was no foul play, I hope this new oppression. Man, my mom, like one friend came to see her. She was the model for everyone for positive. So the devil, when he wants to oppress you, unless you beat him up, you're gonna be subject to him. And and I did my job. I prayed there. I stayed there. I fast there. I brought the priest. She had the Eucharist. I did everything, and she went fine. I healed her. So finally, what I want to add, yeah, I want to see what people do. Finally, what I want to add is the goal. The goal for me is probably simply just God saying, you were close to goal, but you didn't react on time to something, and you almost made a goal, but you touch the lateral, you touch the steel goal, whatever they call it. That So I'm close to it, or I was close. But when he told me, you know, shoot, I didn't. Or when he told me a command, I didn't. So, you know, it's a word of encouragement, almost like you're close. And I don't think it's all, like when Sell the Soul, it's full on Facebook. I'm not pointing fingers of something, but when they anti Christian, when God told me they're anti ketchup, or the anti mustard, the anti relish, anti-Christian, anti-mustard, anti-relish. That can be relish, Islam, I guess, the mustard, but Jewish and just Tannic there. But when you sell yourself the pictures, it's a form of prostitution. There's a testimony of a teenage that spent so many days there, and she almost went to hell, and God said prostitution is like, she's like, I'm a virgin, how come? And the pictures selling. But I started there too, other stuff, and the post, and why I'm saying this is, what, there's groups there, and I see it on the ground, and with friends, the soccer and the politics. But in Europe they play soccer, in US they play golf, and I had this dream of playing golf with Donald Trump because he's anti-abortion, and message. And in the UK they play tennis. So with this soccer play, it can be also, I didn't worship the devil, but that's not positive. So it should not be this. I just think I was close to scoring for God, and I just went close to something when he said shoot. Maybe just like a movie, shoot. And I know that the one that was late for a movie shoot, it's not when preaching, because when preaching, I was so ahead that I didn't even have time to press record. People would have done it if I would have been ready. Secondly, if it's a dream, the ones that I missed was doulos. And it seems like a lot of hell broke loose, because when my mother got sick, I had this dream. So a brother was sick, I share it, but somebody said 2, 3 you can share, but not all. And it seems like it backfired. I shared the Kirk Douglas, I shared doulos so many times after, because I was 3 days late, and then I see it on the news. I didn't share that one, and I was so mad, and I was trying to catch up back and say, her body's in the mountain, and now the guy is out on bail, and God knows that now that this video with all my videos, like 200-300, I'm pretty sure he saw it too. I'm pretty sure he's organizing. I don't know. They might leave it there. It's complicated, but now that somebody saw it through God, or maybe that's all the game, because I also call the FBI, and maybe they want to check around if he's gonna go there. I'm pretty sure they have an eye on him, but that's not my business at this point. There's so many things out there. Unfortunately, that woman was a good woman with 5 kids. Seems that she was not too much protected. Anyways, all right. So those are the 3 dreams I had yesterday. Oh yeah, the excuse me, man. I went a bit on a side railing here. The MIT, they have the second highest power level research reactors on university campus in the whole states. And you know what? You can search it on YouTube. They made some videos, you walk and it doesn't seem secure. So if something breaks out there, or maybe an epidemic terrorist or something from there, radioactive that will spread, and it was the center.